This is Bowmore Islay single malt, aged 12 years.
Yeah, this is more what I'm talking about.
No,
Scotch, right?
just straight up Scotch.
And it's pronounced Islay.
Or Isla, I think. Isla is how you're supposed to say it. Remember that guy on the video
Right.
explaining?
All right.
Cheers.
To Isla.
L'chaim?
L'chaim.
Now there you go. That's a good Scotch.
Beautiful.
It
See,
is. See, you like Scotch.
I do like Scotch a lot. But see, Scotch to me has more of the complexity that the rye whiskeys have to them. I think that's why I like
Right.
it. Maybe the deeper, I don't know, is that the peat or what is it that I'm tasting here?
Probably the peat. You're getting a peatiness to it. I don't know. I don't know all the stupid terms they use.
I know.
I smell some mulberry in here. What?
Yes. Bit of caramel and is that horse's ass? Yes, I believe so.
Well, wet burlap's what I'm getting.
As if anybody ever liked the taste of wet burlap.
Well, if it tastes like this, I'd like it.
Right. No, that is very good.
Now, Bowmore makes excellent ones. They have one called Dusk. Oh, you probably not like that one because that one's in sherry casks. And then they have Legend, and this isn't the Legend. This is just the regular one. Legend's really good too.
So Islay is just like a city or something, right? Or a region?
Yeah. So if it's Isla, then it's coming from a particular thing, and then there's the Highland type of Scotch, and it's where they get the peat from too, I guess. I mean, that's a thing to do on Google or Bing, but
I thought the peat's the stuff at the bottom of the barrel. No?
no, it's what they cook it with. So they go out into the marshes that are all like, looks like black mud, and they tear that up. Well, it's all like biomatter, right? So it's all like plants and all that stuff that's died there. They take that out, and then they burn that to cook the stuff,
Yeah.
I think.
I may have rather not known that, but thanks.
Don't worry, you're not drinking. Right? Alcohol will kill everything, so even if there was anything in it.
Right. See, to me, everything that I like in this is killed by the sherry cask to me, because that's what I taste.
Oh, when you do the sherry cask one?
Mm-hmm. This just tastes a lot stronger to me without it.
Well, it's a different thing, right? So
Even though, surprisingly, the sherry cask one is much darker than the...
well, because you get the sherry because the sherry's already been in the barrel, and so as this goes in and out of as the alcohol goes in and out of the wood, it pulls some of the stuff that the sherry that was in the wood pulls it back out, and I think that and that's where you get the flavor from, right?
Right.
And so with just about any of these, whether it's bourbon or whether it's Scotch or anything like that, it's all about the barrel. It's the wood, and it's about the amount of times that it expands into the wood and it comes back out of the wood that brings that flavor from the wood back into it. With bourbon, that's why they char it. And with Scotches, Scotch will either do one of two things. They'll either take old bourbon barrels, because I think on a lot of bourbon, they char it once, put the bourbon in it, or the moonshine in it, or whatever, age it, and then when it's done, they get rid of the barrel. So Scotch people buy those barrels, put the Scotch in it,
Right.
let it age, and then they get it. So they get double duty. So a lot of people will do like sherry's one, but other types of wines and stuff too. I've seen things where they've been aged in wine casks and stuff like that. Now again, bourbon, they're not going to do that with it unless they're doing some other kind of whiskey. They might do that, but bourbon, by a general rule or law or whatever, they put it in a barrel for just one time, and then it gets sold off and goes somewhere else.
Right. I'm not sure what I think of bourbon. I'll have to try some of that as well.
Bourbon's good. I mean,
Those
I
little
like it
ones
all.
that you had, what were you making? Those little miniature ones that you were... miniature barrels that you had here?
Oh, so
that bourbon?
well, yeah. So they give you moonshine, they give you a charred barrel, and then you age it yourself.
Right.
And there's different levels of char, right? So if you have a deeper char, then you get a deeper caramel color and flavor out of it. The less you do, they have a bourbon that they're making now, and I don't know if it's technically bourbon or if they just call it whiskey. It's the same stuff, but what they do with it is they put it in an uncharred barrel, and then you get whiskey that's you get the oakiness but without the caramelness. Personally, I don't like it as much. I like the charredness.
Yeah.
Like Devil's Cut is more my favorite, so I like the char. I like the really strong flavor to it.
What about that ghost stuff? Is that maybe without the char? You seen that? It's like Jim Beam or something. It's
yeah,
clear.
I think that's what it is. It's not a non-charred barrel.
Right.
I'm pretty sure that's what that one is. I have, I think, a bottle of that in the house.